Hi guys, it's me Matthew and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to my channel. So let's move on. So I wanted to do that all about me video, which I did actually did it one time, and
Hi guys, I am Matthew Ashley.
that was really interesting, to be honest. That was... yeah, a bit cringe. So hopefully this video, I'll finally just say all about me and hopefully not be as bad as that original video, which is so bad that I just have to private it or unlist it, which I don't know if I would ever share that video ever again. I mean, if people constantly asking me to bring that video back, then sure, but otherwise I am just gonna leave it as private and unlisted. Anyways, I want to note that sometimes I do ramble and rant a bit during my videos, so down below I'll just have time lapse of what topic and stuff I'm gonna talk about, so hopefully it won't drag on a bit too much and you'll know at least some facts and information about me. So yeah, like I said in my previous video, I was doing my GCSE before this lockdown isolation, before this whole coronavirus situation just have thrown out of proportion. So I sometimes do Google Classroom, and I don't really anymore because I just heard the examiner at boards have got all the result thing. I'm just gonna calculate it, see what grades we're gonna have. Which I heard apparently they're just going by projected grades. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I know that I don't have to do schoolwork anymore, I don't think. And I hope I do very well. Most likely I will. And probably be able to go to college to do art and science level 2, which I really can't wait to do. And to see what jobs I want to get. Honestly, I have no idea, career-wise, or what the hell, really, to be honest. So I'm just not sure, would you say, going to, a leap of faith? But afterwards, I'll probably just think of, okay, what I want to do, career-wise, what I want to do when I'm older, that, etc. So yeah. I have autism, and that isn't something that I feel like a chain of saying. Sometimes I have a lot of doubts about myself because I have it and often have, well, a lot of people have back stigma across autism, they can't do this, do that. And often when I sometimes say that, my mom also just reminds me that also, don't forget, few people, when I was probably in my nursery time or whatever, that people say, oh no, he can't talk, he can't walk, he can't do this, do that, he can't do this when he's older, that, etc. And she reminded me that I have made a lot of progress where I went from having a really bad disadvantage to now this having quite an average grades, which a lot of people will probably have at the end of year 11. It's just crazy to think that I went from having a really bad disadvantage where I haven't been really house trained or whatever, well, learn how to walk, talk, that, etc. From now to that I can talk and I can walk, which my speech is far from perfect, where sometimes I do mispronounce things. So yeah, that's the reason. I vaguely remember doing speech and therapy at primary school and a bit at high school, where they just brought a sheet with pictures on them and I had to pronounce it. I remember one of them I do often forget to pronounce the L words.
Lesbian?
I think it's really important to talk about autism and just being really aware about it. I think especially like this generation where we have like expressed like about mental health, sexual assault, that etc. And I think this is really important, and this could be like a moment where this is like all about people who have autism and just saying, yeah, we have it, but we're not like doing terrible in life, we're doing absolutely well. What the hell is people talking about with that stereotype? That is definitely not how we normally behave. And yeah, sometimes we do feel overwhelmed in like a really busy environment like school corridor, which it is like a nightmare for like every autistic people possible. Is like, I'm too autistic for that shit. Yeah. The only advice I can really give is just to, well, just try to be patient and just try to get to know them. Get to know the people who have autism and just, yeah, just try to be patient. It really means a lot when people just take their time and just not just like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't understand you, that, etc. And yeah, I do have sometimes difficulty at times like expressing myself, and I think that is why I love like making YouTube videos, is just so I can fully express myself, where I won't normally like express to like or talk about to other people, where I can just feel like somewhat free and I can just say whatever within reason. Also, I want to note that like some autistic people have different experiences, where I might have like different experiences to one person. Like one of them will like do alright, one of them will be struggling there. So it isn't going to be like obviously the same to like every autistic people, which I want to like put that down and just say, because I think like a lot of people just often see autistic people where you just scream and just make random noises, and that's it, which is like, no, there's like a little bit more to autistic people than just like doing well screening or other stuff like that. Which to me, I think that is like really kind of like ignorant of like just thinking that all we do is just screen and that. Which I know some people do it as a joke, but sometimes it's just a, come on, just some like a bit of human decency. One of my biggest interests is video games. And video games has been something that I've been absolutely so interested in since like the day I was born. Okay. Okay, that is like exaggerating a bit. But seriously, I really love playing video games. And I may not play like as much as I used to, and just more just go on Discord, Instagram, that, etc. But yeah. I remember I used to play Crazy Taxi, and I absolutely loved that game. And I wish that game has a remake or remaster or whatever. It really needs it. I mean, come on. We have like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And where is the bloody Crazy Taxi? Where is it? Anyways, Crazy Taxi is a game where it's just basically, like it says, you're basically a taxi driver and you have to go from A to B and just drive crazy, just basically just drive quick as possible. On paper that sounds kind of boring, but if you invest some time to it, it's actually really fun. I personally like playing BD Joe, as I just find him just so cool and just so chill. He's probably like the most coolest person I know. That sounds like as if like I know him in real life, which I don't. I remember like when I was 6 years old, I used to want to be a taxi driver and just drive absolutely crazy. Then my mom told me that I can't drive crazy as that is illegal and I can die. That was sad. Unfortunately, I used to play the PS3 version of Crazy Taxi, which if some of you know, like some of you will be like, that is kind of like a crappy version. Because of like, well, the soundtrack is bland and doesn't like have the Offspring and Bad version, which people like say is due to like licensing difficulties, which is a shame. And now like since I played the GameCube version, that's like the only, I think, Crazy Taxi version I really just only really play. Well, this is the end of the video, and I hope this is better than the original video of the All About Me, which was very interesting. Please like and subscribe to my channel and send down the comment down below of video ideas you want me to try and do, that, etc. So yeah, until then, see ya.